Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make pop-ups. So let's say you click once with your punch tool, it'll say like a pop-up saying plus and however much strength you earned. And I will say this script, I did learn it off of somebody else. I was trying to modify it and be original, but that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I learned the script like a year or two ago, so I don't even know who made this originally. So, hey, as long as it works. So, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make our text label. So, just what we want our pop-up to be like. So, we'll go into your starter GUI, hit the plus, insert a text label, put this text label in your frame. Now, you may design this however you would like. I'm just gonna let's see, just gonna do. I'm not sure how I'm gonna design this. I'm just gonna do this. Also, you can, if you want to, add an emoji, which I might actually do that for this video. Not sure. But I'm just gonna. The emoji could just be for extra detail. So yeah, this is how I want my label to be. I'm just gonna make it a bit smaller, just like that. Now I'm just gonna name this pop-up text. Now you want to put this in replicated storage. Replicated storage makes it so it can be replicated upon or across clients multiple times. Now in the text label, we're going to hit the plus and we're going to insert a local script. It doesn't have to be a server script because, well, we don't want everybody to see the same thing you see. So like if you gain one strength, you don't want everybody to see that you gain one strength. Unless you do, then you figure that one out. So, or you ask me, but so let's rename this to make, or let's just name this, I'm just gonna name this sets or run, because why not? So on this script, let's start off by tweening the position of the object. So I guess here we're just gonna make the animation, so let's just rename this to animation. So you can alter this however you'd like, but this animation is just gonna be, it's gonna come from like a random point in the screen and it's gonna go up to the top and then slowly vanish. So let's do script.parents, which is the text label, tween position, because we want to change its location, udim2.new. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess it's a new data type. So then we're going to set our new position, which will be script.parent.position, since we want this to be starting position and we want to get X, because we want to keep its X position. The X position is this way that my mouse is going, and the Y position is this way. We want it to stay along its X axis, but we want its Y axis to increase so it goes up across the screen. Then we're going to input a 0 because we don't want it to be on scale. Then negative 0.1, or I'm just going to do 0.1. So negative because we want it to go up the screen, and if you don't know how Y works, Y increases the more down the screen it is, and it decreases the higher up it is, or at least that's how I've experienced it. So we want to subtract, and then 0 because we don't want to edit the scale. So just in case, we probably should add delay, so let's do weight 0.1 and weight 0.1 at both sides. Actually, we don't need to put a delay here. I guess we could yeah, let's just keep this at no delay, but let's add it because I already did. So now we're gonna do a repeat statement. So pretty much we're gonna do for I equals 120 do. So pretty much this is gonna loop 20 times. So it's gonna run whatever's inside of the script 20 times. It's pretty much a repeat. So it just goes from 1 to 20 and it'll do it that many times. So we're gonna change the rotation first. We're gonna do script.parent.rotation because we want to edit the rotation so it has a nice little rotate effect. Equals script.parent.rotation plus 1, so it'll increase by 1. You can also just do plus equals 1. I guess you could do that for this video. Then what we can do a script apparent text stroke transparency or plus equals, because text stroke transparency is like stroke is the outline in coding or UI design. Stroke is the outline of an object. It's not having stroke in falling on the floor and such like that. So let's just do a small amount, I guess, to make it smooth, because it's gonna repeat like 20 times. So then we want to change the text transparency, because we can change the outline of it, but we also need to change the actual text. So let's do text transparency, which is the actual text, and let's increase it by the same amount. Plus equals, it's like putting this after the equals and then adding plus. And then I guess we can do a weight. Let's do 0.05. Yeah, I think that's good. So this should be our animation. So pretty much I think if we put this in here, it'll play the animation automatically, but we don't want that. We want to actually make it in effect. So in started GUI, hit the plus, insert a local script. Once again, it's a local script because we want it to only be for the player. We don't really want it to be for everybody else. So it's just gonna, you can name your stats. So I'm just gonna do endurance pop up. So once you got your endurance pop up, I'm just gonna do local original. Local original is just gonna be like the original number, or actually let's just do local calc equals 0. This is gonna be the calculation part, and then we're gonna do local player. Once again, a player dot local player. Once again, you can only get local player in a local script and not a server script. So now we're gonna do while wait do. So this is just gonna constantly repeat with whatever delay here, but I suggest you do no delay, except that might be bad. So if calc does not equal player, and then here's where you want to input your stats. So player.endurance.value, because we want to compare it to the stat value. So you can change this to whatever stat you want it to increase for. So then we're gonna do local random. Now we're gonna make a random number, so math.random, and then you can input a distance. I'm gonna do 1 and 900 because most people do this. This is a range that's going, we're just gonna use this randomizer to make it to more like spicy. I'm not sure what to say for that. So then local new x, which is gonna be the new x coordinate, equals random divided by 1000. So it's just this divided by 1000. So if this was 900, then well, you get the gist. So then we're just gonna do local new label. Actually, I'm gonna capitalize this x because it's neater. Just game.replicate story.popup text, because we want to get the pop-up text, and then we want to clone it. So we're getting replicated storage, and then we're gonna get the pop-up text inside of it, and then we're gonna clone it or duplicate it. So now we're gonna set the parent. So new label dot parent. So we're getting a variable called new label, and then we're gonna do script or equals script dot parent dot main, because this script's gonna be in the player UI. So we're gonna get the starter GUI and we're gonna put it in the screen GUI, because if you didn't know, to make a label appear on the actual screen, it has to be in the screen GUI. It can't be outside of it unless you do some trickery. Then you possibly could achieve that. Then new label dot position. Here's where we're gonna change its position. It'll equal udim2 dot new. Now we're gonna input our new x position, which we'll get from our variable, which is a randomized amount. And then we're going to just do 0, because we don't want to change that 1, to keep the default on 0 once again. So once we got that, and we get our new x position, so it's gonna be changing to a random position along the x-axis. Then we're gonna set its text, so new label dot text. This is where you can get fancy with it, so I'm just gonna do equals plus, and now here we're just gonna do player.endurance.value minus calc, because we want to subtract it by the new amount that it was changed to. And then you can insert an emoji after this, but I'm just gonna enter a space and enter the text endurance. And then we just want to set calc value, so calc equals player.endurance.value. We're pretty much just subtracting the amount. So the way we're gonna be getting how much the player just got increased by is we're gonna get those current value, and then calc is pretty much just gonna be the default. So when you click, it'll increase the stat, and after all this, it's gonna set this to the old amount that the endurance value was at. So pretty much this would be the old endurance value, or the current endurance value subtracted by the old endurance value, and it'll subtract it to figure out the difference between the two values and set that to the text, so we can see how much like different, or how much it increased by, if that makes any sense. Sorry about my pretty bad explaining. So if we hit play and we punch, or actually no, push up, as you can see it says +4 endurance because we are gaining +4 endurance. And if we could upgrade our multiplier, now it says +8 endurance because it's 8 difference since our previous gain. 8 endurance. You can change it up however you'd like. If you want it to like maybe go up a little bit and explode or something, or you can make the effect look however you'd like. It's completely up to you. So let's quickly do the same for the rest of the objects. So go to your endurance pop-up or your stat pop-up, press Ctrl D while selecting it, or right click and press duplicate. Do it 2 times. Now rename one of them to strength pop-up. Go into the script and replace endurance at line 4 to strength, endurance at line 10 to strength. You can change the ending of the text label to strength unless you put an emoji there instead, and then calc here to strength. Oh yeah, if you'd like, you can add an image label to the pop-up text that has a more specific strength icon or whatever you'd like, so it looks nicer, but I'm not going to do that for this video. We're going to keep it as a text. But it's simple, just press the plus, insert a text or a image label, move it to the side of the pop-up text label, and do your magic from there. So next, go to your last and duplicate of the pop-up and name it psychic pop-up, or whatever pop-up you have remaining. Change line 4 to psychic, change line 10 to psychic, and change line 10 to psychic, and line 11. So this should be all of your scripts done. So next we can hit play. Okay, press play and then you can punch. Oh, tutorial. No, I don't want to do the tutorial. So as you can see, it says 8 strength, and if I meditate, 1 psychic, and if I do my push-ups, 8 endurance, 8 strength, yada yada yada. You get the gist, or you don't. I don't know. So as you can see, +16. And this is should probably increase this. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. We should also make ourselves our agility increase text. So you can go ahead and duplicate this text label once more. Name it agility pop up. Go into it and change psychic to agility. Go down here and change this to agility, this to agility, and this to agility. You can repeat this same process for any extra statistics you add. So now, oh yeah, all those pop up as soon as the game starts to actually save or show the, because it changed like that. I don't know how to explain it, but as you can see, as we walk, it increases by 1, and as we jump, it increases by 1. And for the training zone, now we can actually show that it works. As you can see, now it says 48 once we're here. Once I leave it, says 16. Let's go back here. 48. And I'm not sure if this is working or I broke it. Nope, it's working. As you can see, it's 80, and that's a lot of errors, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm not sure what those errors are for, but oh well. So as you can see, we could probably fix this in a future video. Easy multi, I'm pretty sure that's just meant to be N multi. Just gonna change that to that just in case. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just gonna quickly check this over in case you made like a mistake. Then just change easy multi to N multi if I typed that apparently. That seems like, yeah, that's pretty weird. But yeah, change that to N multi if you did do that mistake. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and this video helped you. And yeah, bye.